Hello everybody, it's me, Thaumcraft, and today we'll be getting into Thaumcraft, the basics of Thaumcraft. First of all, you're going to need a special white mage robe. This is not a lab coat, this is a mage robe. Now, next, I'm going to get into the basics of Thaumcraft. I've done it myself, but I'm going to explain this to you. First, you'll have to make a wand. The first wand you can make is a iron capped wand. This is how you make it. A stick and two iron caps, and an iron cap is made out of iron nuggets in the shape of a helmet. With that, you need to. That's for later. As you can see, fancy wand. Looks all nice on the floor. Next, you're going to need one of the most important, if not the most important item in Thaumcraft. You're going to need the Thermometer. The Thermometer, you get the Thermometer by right-clicking a bookshelf with your wand. Once you've got the Thermometer, you're probably wondering, what does the Thermometer? That's a lot of words. Well, the Thermometer is pretty much the holy book of Thaumcraft. It gives you all the information, and you use it to make stuff, discover stuff, research stuff. Well, as you can see, I've already discovered a couple of things. These to this stuff and here a bit. But you start off with, these are all, if you can see, some of these are flashing and some of these are just dark. If they're flashing, you have the ability to learn them somehow. For example, you do not know them, but you can make them at some point. I'll get into that later. As you can see, some of these are not flashing and you already have the knowledge of them. So if you click on this, you get information about it. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the aspects. Thaumcraft is, well, the magic of aspects. And to start off with, you have the 6 main aspects: air, terra, or air, earth, fire, water, order, and entropy, which is destruction, I think, as well. And with these, you can craft all sorts of things, but I'll get into these later. As you start off, there are 3 things you will have to make for the basics. You need a research table, which is crafted using a table like this. You make 2 of these and then right click it with a scribing tool. Haha. That's how you make it. And then you make another table, and if you right click this table with a wand, and you'll get an arcane workbench. Now, as you can, this one is used for crafting. As you can see, this has lots of aspects in it. I'll be getting to that later. And then you craft a thermometer, and you can figure out how to make a thermometer by going to the Thermometer, artifacts, and there, a thermometer. Also, a bit of information about the thermometer. As I first got into Thaumcraft, I was really confused about what does the thermometer do. Well, because it says if you right click, you research something, but as I started right clicking stuff, it said you do not have enough knowledge in the bottom right corner, as I will show you. Right now it will say in the corner down in the right, it will say nothing can be learned from this. It would say you do not have the knowledge to learn this. So after a while, I finally discovered what it meant. As you start off, you have the 6 basic elements, and you can discover anything with these 6 basic elements. For example, if I were to look at water, I could discover and right click, it would start researching the water, and it would say water has 4 water aspects. However, if you go to sand, it will say it has 1 destruction element and 1 earth aspect. But as I went to other things. For example, I would go to the cacti and I couldn't discover what it was, and I was confused why I couldn't discover what it was. As you can see, that's how we discover something. I didn't, and I was confused. Why can't I discover what it was? And as I learned, you need the starter aspects. For example, I can discover something with the aspect of life if I have the aspect of water and earth discovered. Let's see if I can show you the aspect of water and the aspect earth. Watch here. Make an aspect of life. So to discover life, you would have to first discover earth and water, which you start off with. After that, I keep on placing these stupid torches, and so on. And if you've discovered life, you can discover corpse. And as you discover more and more aspects, you're able to discover more and more, research more and more aspects and objects. Let's see if I can give another example. My iron leggings. I have discovered iron, and I've discovered armory, and which means I can now discover anything with iron and armory. But if you can't find any more, you can start combining them, as you saw me do here. You can, for example, combine water and, well, I did water and earth, water and air. And if you combine water and air, you'll get motus. And this is a way to get the aspects without actually having to go and discover them. You can only research one thing, because I've already researched sand. I can't start researching every single piece of sand and keep on getting the earth aspect and stuff to be used in here, because as you can see, I have a limited amount of them. So once you've discovered a couple of these aspects and have loads of them, you can start researching. And how do you make a research? Well, that's simple. You need a scribing tool in your inventory. You need, oh god, paper. Of course I can't find any. Paper. There. You need paper. And of course your Thermometer. You open your Thermometer and you go to one of the flashy thingies, as I'm looking to see something flashy which I want. Yes, I know. Not very prepared. Okay. We'll discover portal. And as you heard the noise, it created a research notes portal hole. And with this, put the ink sac back, or the scribing tools back here. As you can see, I get a couple of these things. Now, what am I supposed to do here? Well, since this is a bit more difficult one, and this is a puzzle, I'm gonna switch to something a bit simpler. This one. As you can see, there's only 2 of these. Every research is different one. And now, what am I supposed to do is, by placing some of these things in here, I have to connect these. However, it is not that simple. If I were to, for example, place... God, now I can't find it. If I were to place fire here, you can see it's grayed out, so what's the use of this? What you're supposed to place here is an aspect that connects to this. So an aspect that will connect to metal would then be, as you can go into your Thermometer aspects and magic, you'd have to go look for metal. Metal is created by Sakum and order. So I would have to place order or Sakum there. As you can see, I can already see that from my point of view right here, but that's because I researched. I suggest you research research expertise, because then you wouldn't have to keep on doing this and go look for them. You can just hover over these and see what they are made of. I could also connect something because now that I have placed order, and order is one of the basic elements, which means order isn't made of anything, so I can't put something that's made of it. So I have to pick something that is made of order. And let's see, potentia, energy, is one aspect which is magic made of. Now I need to connect these two, and as I connect something, let's do it simple. As potentia contains order in it, it can connect to it. And so I do it like this, and it's connected, and I have my research node. Then with my research node, I right click, and bam, I have discovered a Thaumian ingot. And you use this in the crucible, and you can use it to make certain tools. I will not be making one now because I'll only be getting into the basics of Thaumcraft, and that will require crucible, which I still personally have to look into. Now, as we get to the wands, this is a upgraded wand, and if I hold a wand, you can see in the up left corner I have a little menu, and if I hold shift, you can see the amount of numbers. As you can see, there are 6 bars, each with a fancy color, corresponding to the 6 basic aspects: water, fire, earth, air, order, and destruction. And usually these are at 0, but as you can see, they're filled up. And you're wondering, how do I fill these up? Well, you fill them up at nodes. As some of you may have noticed, that thing over there, it was shining through the wall. So this is a node. If you see, you can find nodes with the Thermometer, and if you right click a node, it will start researching it, and it will tell you what's in it. This one happens to be a pure aura, or a water node, and so it only contains water. If you later get on and get the goggles of revealing, you can also see where nodes are. It's a bit easier to walk around with. I'm not wearing it because it has durability. Now, how do I recharge my wand? I simply look at the node and right click. Right now I am not taking anything out because my wand is full on water. 25 out of 25, and my golden wand is also full on water. 50 out of 50. But as you can see, order, earth, and destruction aren't full, but I don't have a node near me. I usually go fill them up at Andre's place, where there's a couple of nodes. So now that you've filled your wand with power, you can craft stuff. And let me see. Let's require crucible. And let me pick something simple. Here, goggles of revealing. This is the recipe. You have to put this in the arcane workbench, and as you can see a whole list of aspects down here, and how many of those I need. So if I were to make goggles of revealing, I'd have to have at least this amount of that aspect. Like, I need at least 3 order, 3 destruction, 5 earth, 5 water, 5 fire, 5 air. And I would craft this in here, and the aspects would appear right here. And as you can see, I have 50 air, 40 terra, 50 ignis, 50 aqua, order, and perdito. So I would be able to make it. It would subtract 5 from it, and voila, it'd be fixed. As you can see, it costs this cost 100%, but if I were to equip my thingy, you can see it costs 95%. because this gives me a discount on how much aspects it's going to cost by 5%. As this must have sound like a lot of information, I'm going to leave it at this, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, and have a nice day. Bye bye!